We're live. What's going on, beautiful people? I am the Grandmaster, and I also go by D.Rey, bringing guys week number 4, team builder of the BBR, where today, your SoCal Annihilation will take on mi hermano, my brother, mi carnal. Such a beautiful soul. DDubble, aka Del, coach of the Edmonton Coilers. If you're excited for this matchup, for this team builder, do me the massive favor and rage fist that thumbs up button. And if you're new, por favor, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, hit the bell button so you get notified every single time we post a new video. The small amount of time it takes for you to hit the like and sub button and the bell notification really truly does help me a lot. So just check it for subs, get all that stuff turned on. I'd really appreciate it. It really shows your support. That's been completely overwhelming lately. Muchísimas gracias toda mi gente, te quiero mucho. My beautiful people, I love you so much. Thank you so much. For Del and I, man, we're thirsty for these dubs, man. We gotta, you know what's crazy is that this season is actually completely up in the air. So a win here is absolutely crucial. Unfortunately, I've had zero time. I have gotten some help from the front office that gave me some suggestions, but I haven't had the chance to get any mocks in. Honestly, my days have been so long, I just pass out when my head hits the pillow. When my kids go to bed, I go to bed. Every single chance that I get, every moment, every opportunity, every little free time, every little free minute, I do my due diligence to check what can I do better? What are the best chances to win this game? How can I make this better? What sets the best? What alternatives can I make? What's the scenario for here? What do I do there? What move do I make when he makes this make? I've done nothing but think about this matchup this entire week. Even though I haven't gotten the front office to get together and to give me some practice, I feel as if though putting my best foot forward in this manner is going to give me the best chance to win. Today we're going to talk about what that thought process was, where my head was at in that free time, why I'm building this, why I'm going to do that, all that fun jazz. If this is your cup of tea, stick around. You're going to really enjoy this matchup. Grab yourself your favorite beverage. Let's have a good time. Without further ado, let's hop on into the team builder. Pull up a chair, get your popcorn ready, and hit the lights. Mi gente hermosa, beautiful people, ya llegamos, estamos aquí. Let's get things on and popping. Let's talk about the matchups. So, first of all, I want to mention, and a big shout out to CB Marcus. I love you to death, brother. Thank you so much for helping me out. I couldn't do these team builder stuff without you. I appreciate you so fucking much. You're a beautiful soul, and I hold you near and dear to my heart. Muchísimas gracias, mi hermano. With that being said, there's a couple mistakes on here. I didn't want to say anything to him. He's already got a lot on his plate. It's not a big deal. My team is fine. It's not Marcus's fault though, because honestly, Ready Commissioner's rant here. I own the BBR, right? So there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that you guys don't know about that made me want to pull my hair out. So it's just been that kind of season in regards to scheduling. Life happens, but in the past few weeks, all of us have had banana schedules, but shout out to every single coach in the league because we've still been on time uploading all of our matches for you guys to enjoy every single Sunday. But behind the scenes, guys, getting these games done has been pretty rough. Envy and Nexus went to PAX. They've been out of town. They've come back. A couple of us can only schedule early in the week. We're trying to figure out how this timer is going to work with scheduling. All of us are incredibly busy. All of us are great content creators. We have a lot of stuff going on, as well as making other content like Joey as well. Joey's got a bunch of stuff he's got going on. So all of us are just trying to figure out how we're going to get this done in a timely manner. You have to set your competition ahead of time. And if you don't put your team in the competition ahead of time, you can't play the game. You have to wait another day, and that pushes the next week. It's just been nuts. So long story short, a lot of us are playing very late, even though all of our coaches are still getting our games up on time. Shout out to them. This game is very, very late, and there were some adjustments made to the team. The Edmonton Coilers there's two things here that actually have changed. He has shipped off Slitherwing off to Lord Envy, so Slitherwing is now a member of the San Diego Chim Chargers, and Magnezone got the boot. So unfortunately, so this is not his actual team. So in the place, so I say unfortunately because we have to play Iron Hands again. Fucking A, dude. So Iron Hands, boop, is right there. He's here instead of the Slitherwing. Like I said, he's now a Chim Charger, and also he dropped Magnezone for Staraptor. So Staraptor is part of part of the Edmonton Coilers. He's got Roaring Moon, Iron Leaves, Iron Hands, Vaporeon, Staraptor, Arcanine, Mudsdale, the boy, Mimikins, Mimikyu. We have Mimikyu on one side, we have Annihilape on the other. Well, didn't we all just win? He's got Zangoose, Amoonguss, and Cryogonal. So with that being said, the very first Pokemon, well, let me tell you this. The Pokemon I think he's gonna bring was Roaring Moon for the Chi-Yu check. Iron Leaves most definitely comes. Vaporeon I think comes as well. I can see him bringing Amoonguss. Cryogonal may or may not come, but I think that Mudsdale comes in its place, as well as Mimikins. I think Mimikins does show up. First Pokemon that we're gonna be coming up here is gonna be Annihilape. I do want to mention that in a little bit of a time crunch that we have been with the schedules being so crazy, I have done nothing but think about this matchup. Unfortunately, I did not have the opportunity to get my team together to do any mocks, and I also lost Dell, right? Dell's one of my main people that I mock with, so I play him this week, so I don't have him. So unfortunately, don't have any mocks this week, this matchup, but I did take every single opportunity, every chance I got, every moment, every little free time that I had to think about this matchup. I pulled things out, I put things on, I've moved out scenarios, I did notes for myself. If this happens, what do I do here? I really prepared mentally for this matchup, so I'm very prepared otherwise. But without mocks, it does suck, but we'll see how this thing goes. And on the time crunch, I thought to myself, how do I give myself the best opportunity to win this game with the little time that I have? Oh, bring the broken shit and let them run fucking rampant. Stop overthinking and click the fucking button. Hello? Stop overthinking and clean the button. I don't know if I'll listen to the video, gonna get demonetized now because I said so many F-bombs, but hey, it's the truth, man. Like, in a time crunch, bring the stuff that's here to wreak havoc and let them go. Take the leash off and let them run. Annihilape Bananas is here with the Terra Fairy, Defiant ability, holding the Lumberry. We have the Demon set, Rage Fest, Drain Punch, Bulk Up, Taunt, Max HP, Max Spadef, whatever's trinkled off on attack and defense. We only have 248 in HP to get the odd number in HP for rocks and hazards. So this is here. Spoilers, I have screens as well. Setup screens, click Bulk Up a couple times, win the game with some Rage Fist and some Drain Punch action. Hello? Let him go. Let Bananas fly. Let him do what he does. Let him freaking, you know what I mean? Let him ride. Annihilape's here to hopefully break or win the game. If I can get a couple bulk ups off with Max Spadef and possibly a light screen up, I can be really doing some damage. As I boost my Rage Fist and it gets stronger and stronger, it does absolutely incredible damage to his team. His normal type is Zangoose, so that's really good for us. And even though Zangoose does hit really hard, it's not necessarily very defensive, so hopefully Annihilape can really run off with this game. And next up we have, not the captain, Annihilape's the captain. This is the highest paid player on the team. We've got the fish, Red Fish, as you see, just straight up fire El Fuego this matchup. Once again, bring the broken shit and let them go. Let them fly. Let them do what they do best. Chi-Yu is showing up with the Beads of Ruin ability, obviously wearing the fashion-sensed Choice Spectacles. Choice Specs Chi-Yu, modest Choice Specs, 252 special attack, enough speed to outspeed an adamant max speed Mimikyu by 1 point and the rest in HP. Modest Chi-Yu goes bananas. Yes, he does have the Roaring Moon, but it does still take a hefty chunk. We have Overheat, we have Fire Blast, we have Lava Plume, and Dark Pulse. Overheat is literally just to do damage. His team, aside from Roaring Moon, gets completely bent over and railed by Chi-Yu. So we did pack Lava Plume on there. Lava Plume does have a 30% chance to burn. Roaring Moon is a physically offensive Pokemon. I will always click Lava Plume first, expecting the Roaring Moon to come in hard on Fish. If I can get that burn off the very first Lava Plume, we will be sitting in a fantastic position. Roaring Moon becomes much easier to deal with. It does get Roost, so that's going to be annoying for it to continue getting health back, but if he does commit to Spadef onto Chi-Yu, it's not going to be very offensive, and if we can stack that on top with the burn from Lava Plume and not have to bring in Will-O-Wisp and just do damage every time it comes, that would be fantastic. Yes, I could just run Will-O-Wisp on it, but I would love to get the damage, chip damage on the Roaring Moon and on anything else that wants to come in case the Roaring Moon is not the dedicated check, like maybe an Assault Vest, Super Max Spadef, Vaporeon or a max Spadef with Wish Vaporeon, I still want to get some damage off and not just have to worry about the burns and if I miss. So I do want to get the Lava Plume up there. Overheat's just for damage. Fire Blast is to get super damage off and not get that -2 special attack, so I can completely steamroll. And then Dart Pulse is there for the alternative. Chi-Yu's there to literally come in and click buttons. Broken ass Annihilape, broken ass Chi-Yu. Let them both run rampant. And to help them out, we're going to bring Donphan for support. We have Earthquake, Knockoff, Stealth Rock, and Rapid Spin, Sturdy Ability, Max. We're bringing the leftovers. So Donphan is a very physically defensive Pokemon, but it also very much so, in my personal opinion, has not been explored offensively. So instead of running max defense Donphan, we're going to be running max attack Adamant Donphan. We have 128 in HP, 120 in defense, max attack, running the Adamant nature and the rest in speed to make sure we outspeed a no speed invested Iron Hands with our Donphan. This does so much damage with Earthquake. He has no resist in switching. Yes, he has Iron Leaves, but that is going to be very offensive in my personal opinion. And so being able to get lots of damage off is fantastic. We have Knockoff for 2 reasons, because Cryogonal can also come in. Knockoff does way more than half to Cryogonal and it drops to a second one. We're able to remove the heavy duty boots off the Cryogonal, and also, like I said, Iron Leaves can come in, but Knockoff is a dark type move. If he hasn't Terra'd into the fighting type and he's still Psychic Grass, it does super effective damage to Iron Leaves, and depending on a set, it can almost Oko him if we have hazards up. Stealth Rock is there to get them up. I really wanted to bring Orthworm here to be able to stack Stealth Rock and Spikes, because Orthworm beats his spinner, which is Cryogonal, but I felt that he would notice that. Like, he's a very smart man. Dale is a very intelligent battler. He knows that Worm beats Cryogonal and he can't 1v1 because I would just obliterate him with a heavy slam. So with that being said, I'm going to take the risk of not bringing Worm, and instead Donphan is going to be our only hazard setter. So hazards plus Chi-Yu really rail his team, but we're just going to bring Stealth Rock and have him prepare that. Although I say that, and I wouldn't be surprised if he still brings Cryogonal, because it is still his only means of hazard removal. So we say that with a grain of sand, a grain of salt, right? What's the fucking saying? You know what I mean. So very offensive Donphan this week. Next up we have is Eelektross. Eelektross offensively does really well, but instead of being offensive Eelektross, we're going to bring more of an offensive mixed defense Eelektross. Can I also say though, I've really fallen in love with this Pokemon. I did not expect to really like this mon very much. I think Eelektross is very underrated, underexplored, and very good. I will draft this as much as I draft Monch. Moving forward, if I don't get Monch on my teams, Eelektross will most definitely be there. Eelektross with the Levitate ability, being electric type and no weaknesses, is fantastic, and having Excadrill not be here is also really great, and having Haxorus on our team for any kind of Mold Breaker Earthquake shenanigans is very good. So, excuse me. Eelektross is fantastic. So we're bringing the safety goggles because this is going to be our main switch into Amoonguss. Amoonguss for sure has to come, in my personal opinion. So Amoonguss is going to come in, most definitely click Spore. Safety goggles keeps us from falling asleep, and then we can U-turn out. If he wants to play with us a little bit, we have the Flamethrower to do super effective damage on that Pokemon. We're pretty offensive, right? So we have the safety goggles. We have 248 in HP, 32 in defense, 132 special attack, 96 in Spadef, running the quiet nature. So we have a negative speed nature to underspeed some stuff and gain some momentum. We have a really hefty chunk of special attack. So we have enough special attack to always 2-hit KO a we always 2-hit KO Amoonguss. That's max HP, no Spadef, assuming that he's going to be physically defensive. Amoonguss always gets 2-hit KO by Flamethrower after rocks. So if rocks are up, Amoonguss comes in. We Flamethrower twice, it always drops. If he has no Spadef investment, we expect it to be more physically defensive. U-turn is there for our pivot momentum. Giga Drain is there for the Mudsdale for super effective damage and to recover damage as well. We can also cheese the Vaporeon a little bit to get some health before we kill it. Discharge is there for some Parahacks. We love that Parahacks. The yellow magic is just broken. Discharge is just like Scald, right? But the electric type. That 30% chance to pair is really good. Being able to drop speed is fantastic. Being able to skip turns is fantastic. It's just broken. Thunderwave is just busted. So I mean, paralysis is just busted. So discharge is really nice there to be able to get that chance with Eelektross. Next Pokemon we have is Haxorus. Right now he's the Red Eyes Black Dragon. If anyone has any nickname suggestions for Haxorus, Haxorus is actually tied for like my favorite dragon outside Dragonite. Dragonite and Haxorus for me are like right here. Like they're like, I love Haxorus and I love Dragonite. I love the both of them. Haxorus has a little bit much on Dragonite, but Dragonite's like so cute and adorable. Haxorus is just fantastic, and the shiny is top tier. This is just too good, this matchup. I thought about a D-Dance set, but this week we're running Mold Breaker, obviously, Life Orb, and we have Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Trailblaze, and Swords Dance. We're max attack and enough speed to outspeed a Jolly Mimikyu by 1 point. And the rest is going to be in defense. So, I thought that Dragon Dance was nice 100% of the time. But with both Vaporeon and Mudsdale coming, I think that this cheese is going to be really freaking good to get even more power out of Haxorus. Getting a +2 attack boost from Swords Dance over a +1 attack boost from Dragon Dance is going to be top tier. A +2 Trailblaze always 2-hit KOs Mudsdale and or Vaporeon, and it gives us that speed boost. We can chew anything from the both of them. I will admit, an Ice Beam from the Vaporeon will hurt, but nonetheless, if we can get a Light Screen up, because you haven't seen Grimmsnarl, but it is coming, then we'll be able to set up even better. So then we'll be +2 attack, +1 speed, outspeed everything, and literally run rampant. It's unfortunate that Dragon Claw is such a low base power with base 85. But being its only stab and only being one typing is really good for Haxorus. Pure Dragon is chef's kiss. And Earthquake is there to be able to get super effective damage on a couple different things on his team, but also be able to hit the Cryogonal. Nothing can really escape it. It's able to hit the Arcanine for super effective damage. It hits the Iron Hands for super effective damage. And I think that this thing can really run away with the game. It can also break very, very well, which is fantastic. So we're going to plan for that. So that is Haxorus. Next up we have is Grimmsnarl. I think that this is the last mon that we have. Yeah. So Grimmsnarl is the last one. We did mention that Grimmsnarl does have Light Screen and Reflect, Parting Shot, and Spirit Break. We have the Prankster ability with the Light Clay. Almost max HP, 136 in defense, 124 in defense. This is here to set up screens, get out. Spirit Break's really nice to get super effective damage on a couple different things on his team and drop special attack to allow other things to really run rampant. Screens Grimmsnarl with Broken Annihilape and Broken Chi-Yu. That's the idea of this game. We have a pretty bulky Donphan, we have a pretty bulky Eel, and Grimmsnarl to aid them. So hopefully this is able to really help us win this game. I'm very excited to play Del. Being able to play Del, it means a lot. I love him to death. He really, really helps me out a lot, and we really need this game. We really need this win, and hopefully we can get it. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about the team. Subscribe to Del, and with that being said, I'm gonna get the heck up out of here. Have a great rest of your day, and above all else, be nice. Peace.